if you have the CO2 KJW M9 and you try to use the green gas mags with it, it's just not going to work too well because the spring that comes stock with the CO2 version is way too strong for green gas. That's just because that's how the CO2 version was made. If you got this box right here with the CO2 version, you're gonna get a really tough hammer spring with it. And I'm using WE gas mags, so if you try to fill this up all the way with propane, put all the magazine, put all the BBs in it, I believe this holds 27 rounds. If you put the 27 rounds, you're probably gonna only be able to shoot like 20, no, not even 20, like 10 rounds before you can't shoot anymore because all the gas is gone. And again, that's because of the spring. So if you want to use green gas in a CO2 version M9 from KJW, you have to switch out the spring. And to do that, you gotta take away your grip covers. I already took the screws out. There you go. You're gonna want to get a punch to go through there, right here. And that's basically holding the spring. This is the stock spring. And I'll show you the spring that you should have when you're trying to use a green gas mag. It comes out fairly simply because it's not really a force fit. It's just to hold the spring in place. Let's bring it out. There you go. So this is the spring that I put in there, and I made this out of music wire. This is the dimensions, I guess. So 0.037 of an inch in diameter, and basically you just make a spring out of that. So this is the green gas spring, I guess you could say, and this is the stock CO2 spring. You can see the CO2 is obviously much longer and much stronger than the green gas spring, and that's because CO2 mag right here, green gas mag, the CO2 is a much higher pressure gas, so you need a lot more strength to push the pin through and give out enough CO2 to cycle the M9. Meanwhile, green gas, a lot lower in pressure, so it's much softer when it comes to having to press the pin to release gas. So yeah, you just make your own spring. Weaker, or not weaker, but just not as strong as this. You don't want it too weak, or else your gun's just not gonna fire at all. So you just gotta toy around with it a bit, and eventually you'll find the perfect length to put in the assembly here, and it'll fire well. Before, I used to get 10 shots out of this. Now I can get about a mag and a half. It still works with CO2, but I don't really use this because it's way too hot for indoor fields. So yeah, if you're not getting good efficiency with a green gas magazine in your CO2 KJWM9 CO2 version, just do this, switch out the spring, and you should be good to go. And that's it.